We are going to start off with wide-legged hamstring stretch. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to take our legs wide, and then from here you push our hips back, and then arms on the floor. If you can't get to the floor, you can place something right here and place your hands right on that, or you can go all the way down. I like to keep my feet fairly forward here, pointing forward. And if you want, you can also bend the knees too. So you can keep your knees straight, or you can bend them slightly and sink down a little bit further. Again, find what works best for you and what feels the best for you. We're gonna hold this for 60 seconds, 1 minute. Let me grab my timer. Let's get into position at home and let's get it started. As we go through this, make sure you're breathing. Try not to hold your breath. If you're holding your breath or straining, then we're probably stretching a little too much. So find that kind of that perfect stretch where it's not too intense, but you still feel it. And as you go through this, make sure you're breathing, and then, maybe halfway through you sink down a little bit further, getting a bigger stretch as your body loosens up. So about halfway there, and this is just one of my favorite ones. It's just such a good feel-good stretch for the hamstrings. I'm going to take it a little bit wider because I'm feeling a little bit looser. Palms on the floor now. Breathing. 10 more seconds. Three, two, one. All right, so that's the first stretch, wide-legged hamstring stretch. Yes, that feels so good. Now we're gonna stay in that wide-legged position, and now we're gonna go into a side stretch. So arms are gonna come overhead, and then we're gonna take a small step away from the wall, and then we're going to place our hands on the wall, getting a nice stretch in the side of our body. This is gonna be great just to get all the way down from our arm, down into our lats, down into our leg. And when we're doing this, concentrate on squeezing your butt. Try not to arch too far back. We're going to do each side here, 1 minute each. So let's get started. Oh, that's 1 hour, 1 minute, and go ahead. If you can't do this with your arms overhead, you can place your arms just right on your hips. You can do this. Again, find what works best for you. I can feel my low back opening up here on the side. My lats feel good. Keep the butt tight or a little bit tight. We don't want to arch through that low back. And breathe through it. Halfway there. 5 more seconds. All right. Whew. Switch it up. Let's go to the other side. Take that wide stance. Find a good distance. That feels good for me. And let's go. 1 more minute. Again, breathe through it. Try not to strain. This should not be painful. It should feel good. Nice stretch down the whole side, down into my hip. About halfway through now. Yeah, 15 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. All right. Wide-legged side stretch, 1 minute hold each side. And now we're gonna go into a T-spine extension standing on the wall, working that T-spine extension, working on that mid-back. We're gonna take about one big step back, just so your arms are just off of the wall. And then we're going to go ahead and lean in. Hands about shoulder height here. And then we're going to bend the knees a little bit and then push our hips back, sink our chest down to the floor. I'm gonna take a small step back, just shimmy back a little bit and see if that's a little bit better for me. That's perfect there. And then we're just concentrating on dropping the chest down to the ground. If your shoulders bother you in this position, you don't have to go as far down. You can just stick here, maybe stick to there if that's as far as your shoulder goes. We're gonna shoot for 10 reps, nice and controlled. Breathe through it just like all the other stretches. And let's get that back to feel good. Okay, so bend the knees a little bit. And let's go. Drop the chest. Good, 1. Good, 2. 3. Good, 4. 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. T-spine extension, standing, working that mid back. Now let's go into our last stretch. We're gonna do world's greatest stretch, but we're just gonna do 3 reps and we're just gonna really emphasize each position. I'll run through world's greatest stretch one quick time for a little review. We start standing, we take a big step out, one hand on the floor, inside elbow comes down, rotate up, bring that arm back down, place it on the other side of the foot, drive the hips up, straighten out that front leg, and that is 1 rep. So we're just gonna do 3 reps here, spend about a second or 2 down in each position, and then we're gonna alternate legs. So let's get it started. One arm down, drop that elbow down, rotate up, hold it, opposite arm, or on the opposite side of the foot. That is 1. Let's go to the other side. Elbow down, rotate up. Good, so 1 rep on each side so far. Let's go into our second rep. Good, rotate up. Good, 2 on the left side for me. Yeah, 2 reps each side, last rep. All right, last rep. All right, world's greatest stretch, 3 reps each side. That is it for the mobility exercises and stretches. But like always, don't know what I just said there. Like always, we have to finish up with a strengthener. It is going to be single leg squat. So I'm just gonna grab my computer chair. And we're gonna do the seated version, or like the box squat. What we're gonna do here is one leg here, other leg out in front, and then we're going to just sit down, stand up, and that is 1 rep. So when you're at home, if you can do pistol squats without a chair, go ahead, go all the way down to the floor. If you're struggling with that, you can also just use your couch, use a small table, use a workout bench to just give you a little bit of a spot to stop, and then you can come on back up. We're just gonna shoot for 5 reps here, 5 to 10 reps. So if you can do 10 reps, do 10 reps. If you can only get to 5 is good. Find what works best for you. I'm just gonna do 5 today, but again, Go up to 10 if you can, or lower down to make it a little bit tougher. So just 5 reps, and let's go. Good. 1, stand up all the way. Good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch legs. Good. 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And don't be like me, don't get something that moves around underneath you. But that is it